Let's move it up a bit. It's a bit. Hi guys, let me just get this camera a bit higher. Pretty technical this, isn't it? Whoa! Still not high enough. Aha! We done it, man. We done it. How we going? Okay. Louis in his kitchen with his son behind him. And this thing in front of the camera. So what I'm going to do, guys, is Louis in Southwest UK. Had a bit of an interesting day today. I think most of you know what happened. So some good news, some bad news. Right. Let's talk about Elvis. Let's defend Elvis together. I'm in Southwest UK. I'm 57 years old. I've been a fan for over 50 years. And we have turned into defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. It happened, guys. Like a meteor shooting through the space, impacting on our planet. And we are defending Elvis Presley. Right. So what I'm going to do, I already posted this on my video section. So I'm going to play it again. It's about 3 minutes long. Let's have a look. So hope you'll like it. Though, just so you know, someone did post this to me. Let me see if I can. Let me just see quickly. Let me just. Yeah. So last night's video, unfortunately, at the moment is blocked, but not for long. I'll tell you why. Let me just. So last night's video was blocked because I played a few too many songs, and I've always said this to you guys, that YouTube don't like me playing their songs. What they tend to do is they copyright me, and then they give me an option to delete the songs, and then they allow me to play the video. I think on this particular video, so this one, Why We Defend Elvis, I think I played a few too many songs. So they blocked it. If you look, blocked. But don't worry, because all I have to do is delete the songs and it will let me play, it will let me post the video. It's an hour and 11 minutes long. So it's quite a good, I think, quite a good live stream video. But the weird thing is, it only lets me unblock one song every sort of 45 minutes. So I still have, let's have a look. Let me just have a look. 1, 2, 3 more songs to delete. Once I delete the 3 songs, it will let me. The video won't be blocked anymore, and you guys can watch it. So now, if you watched it yesterday, it's fine because they didn't block it. They didn't block it until today. It's okay. They're not. I haven't done anything bad. They're going to be fine with me. They just want me to delete the songs. So because of it, I will play a little bit less music, a little bit less. I think at the most, really, we should be playing 1 at the beginning, 1 at the end at the most. Yesterday, I think I played about 5 songs, so they weren't having none of that. So hi, Renee. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Margaret. Is that a new one? Margaret Klein. Margaret Klein, are you new? Welcome to Team Elvis. We have Elaine. Hi, Elaine. And let me just see. Let's just wait for a few more people to join on. I've already posted the video to tell our topic. I think I've got about an hour before my small kids come back. Maybe longer. The big kids are here. It's Rio in the back behind me. He's 16. So Rio's just getting ready to do a business course. So, right. Let's just have a look. So let's find the video, shall we? Ginger from Florida. Hi, Ginger. How are you? Are you new? If you're new, guys, you're very welcome to join in. Let us know who you are, where you're from, why you like Elvis, how long you've been an Elvis fan. We want to get to know you. We want to become friends. We are a small family here. and we've been going around 4 months, and we've all got to know each other, and we like people joining us. Don't forget, we have the Facebook 24/7 Messenger at the moment, but there is a slight problem. Oh, hi, Gingy. So you are new. Welcome. There is a small problem with the Facebook Messenger. It's not letting me add people. So if you're on Facebook Messenger, add yourselves, because I have no idea why, but it won't let me add people. I've tried adding people and it says you can't. So if any of you want to get onto the Facebook Messenger, which is under my name, I'll type my name in. Please friend request me and then try and add yourselves, or you can go to the Defending Elvis Presley Facebook and add yourselves there as well. Good luck with that, because it's playing up at the moment. Right. But it's a 24/7 chat, guys, posting videos and pictures and loads of other stuff. It's very busy. I warn you, it's very busy. Right, okay. So I'm going to play this. You've got a lot, many of you have already watched it. One of you sent it me. Shall I just see which one of you sent it me? Let's have a look. Oh, there's so many. Oh, do you know, I don't know. I don't know who sent it me. So I've been sent a lot of stuff today. I've been out all day. I haven't had a chance to look at any of it. So, but this one, I saw it this morning and I played it and I thought, oh, I love this. And it's obviously to do with, I won't tell you. I'll just play it and then we're going to discuss it. It covers many points that I want to cover. Hi, guys. Welcome to Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. This is our YouTube channel that's being beamed around the world, Defending Elvis Presley. And today's topic is Priscilla Presley wanting to be buried next to Elvis Presley and insisting that he was the love of her life. But we don't agree, guys. We're going to defend Elvis Presley on this matter. Please join us later on Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth. And here's a short clip that gives you an idea of our discussion that we're going to have today. Thanks, guys.
We know that when Lisa Marie Presley died, things were tense as far as Priscilla Presley's relationship with her granddaughter, Riley Keough. This was, I would just say, more than tense. I was trying to be polite. Yeah, we have company. But there was a dispute over Lisa Marie's trust. Priscilla Presley felt that she deserved, that she wanted to control it. The document said that Riley, that Lisa Marie changed the whole game plan and that Riley should run it. Priscilla did not want to back down from that, and there was a fight. So they reached a settlement. We told you they've settled this whole dispute now. Priscilla will not run the trust, but she's getting millions of dollars as a result. And Riley controls the trust, right, which means she owns Graceland as well as... Well, she administers a trust that owns Graceland. Right. And it benefits her and the two kids. Correct. But during those negotiations, we found out that Priscilla had an interesting request. One that was rejected, but nonetheless was made, that she wanted to be, when the time comes, she wanted to be buried next to Elvis.
And we're told that this was rejected because Elvis already lays next to his mother and his father. And there was no way that they were going to move either of them. And once Priscilla was told about this, we're told that she did not put up much of a fight. It was just a non-starter.
Jacob, I'm going to dispute one thing. She knew. Priscilla's been to Graceland a million times. Right. She knew that the mother and father are next to Elvis. Right. So by asking that, it sounds like she felt one of them should be exhumed and moved over a few feet, right, so that she could be next to Elvis. That's the only logical thing you can get out of this, right? I mean...
Well, we got a statement from Priscilla saying, listen, I'm not planning on going anywhere anytime soon, but when the time comes, I do want to be with my daughter and the love of my life. And obviously that means that she's going to be at Graceland.
So is it still possible that she is going to be buried at Graceland, just not right next to Elvis? We don't know. And remember, Priscilla was not Elvis's wife at the time he died. Priscilla was his ex-wife. And so there's no connection in that respect. Now, it could be that she's buried there. We don't know where she's going to be buried, but it's not going to be right next to Elvis Presley. Lisa Marie, even she's not, his daughter is not next to Elvis. She's nearby, but the mother and father flank Elvis Presley's grave. So there it is.
Okay, right. So let me just pause that. Oh, look, it's got I remember about 3 or 4 days ago. It's all going on behind me. Got the dogs. Got my kids coming home from school. It's all a bit noisy. I'm sorry. Let me just Ella, come over here. Come on. Right, come on. Let's be quiet now. Shh. My son Gio just got back from school. Is it good? No, he hates school. And if you're from England, he's a Chelsea fan. Gio, did Chelsea win their last game?
They drew.
Against who? They drew against?
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace. Are you any of you out there, Chelsea fans? Right, let me just open the door for the top. Right, go on then, go out there. There's no milk. There's no milk. Right, okay, come on. We're not in my kitchen. We are in an office. I'm sat in front of my PC and there's no noise behind me. There's no kids behind me. There's no dogs. No distractions. No doorbells ringing. Let's go into that world. Elaine. Riley is too accommodating, but it's her grandmother. It's a shame that Lisa and her children were kept away from Elvis' family after he died, and they would have the other side of the story. Right. Elaine, you're a Liverpool fan. I'm a Liverpool fan, actually. Look, Lynn, Gio, my son's a Chelsea fan. I am a Liverpool fan. Yeah, I always have been since the 70s. Lynn, what's the Liverpool song, Gio? You'll never walk alone. You know, this is my claim to fame, guys. This is no lie. You know, Never Walk Alone, sang by Jerry and the Pacemakers. Am I correct? I met Jerry and the Pacemakers in 1982, and I've got all of their autographs, all of them. I met them personally, me and them. They signed something for me. Have any of you met Jerry and the Pacemakers? I shook Jerry's hand. Shook his hand. Bolton Wanderers. Gia, do they exist, Bolton Wanderers? Yeah. What division are they in? They're in what?
League One.
They're in League One. Remember, I'm not a football fan, so I don't know anything about football. So do you know how well they're doing? Bolton Wanderers are in League One. Is that right, Elaine? How well are they doing? He doesn't follow them, so he doesn't know. Elaine, are they doing any good? Did they win their last game? Right. So I have met Jerry and the Pacemakers. Met them. I watched them play Walk Alone. Is it called Walk On? Is that the name of it? I watched them play. You'll Never Walk Alone. I watched them. In fact, all of their hits, I watched them play. It was in the early 80s. That would have been classed as a retro group. Should we do it just for fun? Let's have a look, see if it comes up. You never met Jerry and the Pacemakers. Lynn, are you new? That is another new name. Are you new? Come on. And that was just a bit of fun, guys. I have to play a bit of music. I'll read a couple of your messages. Lisa said, hi, Lisa. Hope you're well. I think it would be very controversial for Elvis Presley Enterprises because there are some fans that would never return or even cause disturbances that Memphis would not want, just in my opinion. I think you're right, Lisa. I think you're right. So let me just quickly read these comments and we're going to chat about a few things with that video. Elaine, my nephew Adam works for Man City and he gets my competition tickets to watch them and concert tickets and gigs at the Etihad Stadium. Well, you know, I'm friends with Liam and Noel, and Liam is obsessed with Man City. Yeah. Played at my mother's funeral. It means like, oh, it's a beautiful song. Beautiful. I love that song. Beautiful. It's been re-released quite a few times, hasn't it? I love Jerry and the Pacemakers. Jerry Marston. He's great. So, right. I've titled the video. Let's have a look. Let me just get it in. Because to me, we keep hearing this thing. Elvis is the love of my life. Elvis is the love of my life. And I always say to you guys, every time I hear it, I burst out laughing. Now, I just want you to know, I'm going to talk about Priscilla in a respectful way. I'm not going to be hateful. I'm not going to call her names, but I will bring up many things that she has done that are wrong. I'll bring up lies that, in my opinion, that she has told. I will also give you strong opinions on things that she has done that are cruel, that are devious, selfish. So, but I will do it in a way where YouTube don't shut me down. Right, let's have a look. So, okay. So the title of the video is, have a look. Let's get it up, because I had two titles in my head. Obviously, we've got the burial. Hi, guys. So it says here, Priscilla Presley was not the love of your life. Elvis was not the love of your life. But I've got two titles, really, because the other title is about her being buried next to Elvis. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. For months, really, I have never found proof that she actually said, I want to be buried next to Elvis. I've always known that she wanted to be buried in the meditation garden. I've always known that, and this was part of the negotiations, which we read about. Yeah, I think yesterday we went through the agreement between Riley and Priscilla. You guys, we are very angry and upset that Priscilla ever did this. Very angry and upset. We are infuriated that she did not want to carry out Lisa Marie's wishes after Lisa Marie, God rest her soul, passed away. And we love Lisa Marie, don't we? Because we also defend Lisa Marie, not just Elvis. The whole bloodline. I keep saying this. Lately, I've been saying this. We defend all of them. Finley and Harper. We defend Benjamin, Lisa, and Elvis, and Gladys, and Vernon. And Aunt Delta, and Minnie May. We're going to defend all of them. If things are being said that we feel as defending Elvis members, subscribers, Team Elvis, if any of them are lied about, if anything is said about them that we feel is disrespectful, we're going to say something. Gee, you just missed me. I just played Walk Alone. Anyway, so I was saying, I think I've said it a few times, I've not actually seen any proof of the fact that Priscilla insisted on being buried right next to Elvis. Now, we know this is not possible. You've just watched that clip there, guys are, but they clearly say that she wanted to be buried right next to Elvis. That could only mean that a grave would have had to be moved. Now, I've been saying to you guys, is there any proof? Is there any proof? Yeah. I haven't had any actual proof, but what I have had is quite a few messages to me and video clips saying that is what she demanded. She did want to be buried next to Elvis. And that just drives me insane. That drives me mad. And I'll tell you why. Because her being buried next to Lisa, or by Lisa and by Benjamin, I'd understand it because she's, from her point of view, not from my point of view, from her point of view, I get it. It's her daughter, it's her grandson. She wants to be buried near them, wherever they are. It doesn't have to be in Gracelands, could be anywhere. She wants to be buried near them. Of course, she wants to be buried with Navarone as well. It's very obvious that Priscilla loves Navarone very much and is very close to him. But this thing where she was insisting, and Priscilla, if you're watching this, did you honestly believe that they were going to dig up a grave and move move a grave so that you could be buried next to Elvis. And the other thing I say to Priscilla is this: wouldn't you rather be buried, if you're going to be buried at the meditation garden, even though the fans don't want it, buried by your daughter and your grandchild? Not why next to Elvis? You had been divorced from him for 4 years, and the circumstances of your divorce, so you were unfaithful twice, once just after Lisa Marie was born with Steve Peck in 1968 around March, and again you had a 1 year long affair with Mike Stone secretly behind Elvis's back, which lasted 4.5 years. You then demanded a divorce, and we know this is all true because Mike Stone's admitted it a few times in recent interviews. So then you had a very ugly separation, an ugly divorce. You had your first divorce settlement, which was very generous, and then you go back for the jugular and you take Elvis to the cleaners and give him a horrific second divorce settlement that you were not entitled to. You had to accuse Elvis of being fraudulent, a liar. We've read out a divorce deposition that she used, or that was used to get this second divorce open. So the judge would go, okay, I allow you to have another stab at the divorce. So you humiliate Elvis, call him a liar, accuse him of fraud so that you can have a second divorce settlement. Then you take him to the cleaners, almost force him to bankruptcy, force him to sell his recording rights prior to 1973 because he couldn't afford to pay you. Elvis didn't have the money to pay you. Then a deed of trust was created so that your attorneys could place a lien, a charge on the Graceland building, Elvis's home that he bought for his mother. Elvis can't afford to pay you, so the lien guarantees that Elvis will be able to pay you in installments because you are demanding your money via your solicitors, your lawyers, your attorneys. This drives Elvis to sell his recording rights. You are also demanding a percentage of his royalties and as much as $6,000 a month spousal payments, monthly spousal payments. Elvis couldn't afford any of this. Elvis is in fear of losing his home. Vernon is pulling his hair out because he cannot believe what is happening. Don't forget, Vernon handled all the money into guys. And after all that, you're saying that Elvis is the love of your life. You're still saying it 47 years later. And you're demanding, or you did demand, to be buried next to your ex-husband, who you were not a widow of. You had given up the name Presley, which you stole back, in my opinion, after he died. Some people say it was after Vernon died. I'm not sure. You tell me, guys. So how is this woman saying that Elvis is the love of her life? How is this woman, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes, saying that she wants to be buried next to Elvis Presley, a man that she humiliated, was unfaithful to, was very cruel with? I think the way they split up was very cruel, very demoralizing and embarrassing and humiliating for Elvis, because she had a public affair with Mike Stone. It went around the world in all the tabloids and magazines and TV clips and more. Elvis at home watching his wife, his ex-wife, parade herself around with Mike Stone, the karate champion, holding his daughter's hand. Priscilla took Lisa Marie away from Elvis, handed her to Mike Stone, and you see them out shopping in supermarkets, out at the fairgrounds, like a little happy family. You see Priscilla out and about in different restaurants, in well-known spots, I think in California, in LA, whatever, kissing Mike Stone in public. Come on, guys. Come on. How is this normal? How is this a woman that can say, Elvis is the love of my life, I still want to be with him, I want to be buried next to him? What is that, guys? Right, I'm going to read you some comments after my little speech. it's beyond me, guys. And I repeat, I am not being hateful. I don't hate Priscilla. I think she's made some serious mistakes. She's got a lot of apologizing to do. She needs to make it up with the fans. The fans are fed up. The fans are sick of it. They're infuriated. They want an apology. They can't believe the things that you've been doing, especially in the last few years. Because many of Priscilla's fans have changed their mind recently since Lisa Marie died. And they see that you're not grieving. That you tried to prevent Riley Q from being the main trustee on behalf of Gracelands. That you tried to go against Lisa Marie's wishes. So the fans are like, what are you doing? And they're starting to realize that this fake fairy tale that is a broken fairy tale was a bunch of lies. And that it was written from the point of view of Priscilla to make Priscilla look good, to make Elvis look bad. The fans are even the Priscilla fans are starting to realize that Priscilla has spoon-fed lies for 40 odd years. That Priscilla, in our opinion, for entertainment purposes, has been lying in interviews for the last 3-4 decades. Yeah? For the last 3 or 4 decades. All of the interviewers, I know I'm waffling on, guys. All of the interviewers have been basing their questioning on what is in this book. What is in this book? No witnesses wrote this book. Elvis was not involved in this book. This was not written by Elvis. It was written by Priscilla Presley. Nothing in this book can be proved. Nothing. Everything in this book may not be true. I know that sounds hard to believe, guys. Everything in this book may not be true, including the so-called kissing that happened in Germany in 1959. We don't really know what happened behind closed doors. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm not saying it is true. I'm saying there's no proof. There's no proof. No one was in that room with them, with Elvis and Priscilla. No one really knows what went on behind closed doors other than Elvis and Priscilla. And Elvis is dead. God rest his soul. Elvis cannot stand up and defend himself. Elvis can't go, that never happened. That's a lie. Why is she saying that? That ain't true. Elvis can't do it. He's passed away. We're going to do it. We are going to do it together. Team Elvis. Team Elvis taking care of business. We are going to stand up for Elvis because he's worth it. He's worth it. The good that Elvis did in his life. The kind of man that Elvis was. A good-hearted man that never said a bad word about anybody ever publicly. Ever. Not even once. Every single ex-girlfriend that Elvis has ever had, except for Priscilla, has praised him to the max and said he was a perfect gentleman. Very respectful. Very decent and charming and loving and caring and sensitive. Religious and spiritual. Yeah? But in this book, he's not so nice, is he? The only girlfriend that has clearly said things about Elvis that make him look bad, that suggest he was a paedophile, that suggest he was a rapist, aggressive, even violent, a controller, a groomer. Yeah? One person. This fake book. If I could break it in half, I would. Because it doesn't deserve the paper it's written on. And what do we fans want? We want a book that's full of the truth. The truth. Right, let me start reading these comments. Sorry, guys. I'm blooming waffling on, ain't I? Right, let's have a look. Sorry, guys, I was just waffling on. Okay. All right, Elaine's nephew works at Man City. I'm going to try and scan through these just to bring it down and catch up. So Lynn played that at her mother's funeral. Oh, that's beautiful, Lynn. Yeah, we know he's got all grey hair, Elaine. He's all got grey hair now. He wants to dye his hair like I do. Donna Presley, Elvis's first cousin, has gone on to record and say that Priscilla was not the great love of Elvis's life. Yet, I don't know almost anything about Donna Presley, sorry, but I will start to learn things about her. Right. My claim to fame, Louis, is that this is a solid heroes that recently got the autograph of Liverpool captain Jordan Henderson. He plays for Ajax Amsterdam now. Hello, Team Elvis. Hello, my friend. Right. Elvis was not the love of... he definitely was not. Let's have a look. Let me just catch it. I don't want to miss your comments because I was waffling on so much. I think you guys deserve to say what you think. Let's have a look. Priscilla Buelow has always had a sense of entitlement. She taught to be that way by her parents. This is Elaine. Yes, Elaine, that's her movie, her motive. It's very transparent, and I pray her fairy tale story doesn't go down in history. Well, Lisa, it has gone down in history, and this is why we're here. This is why we're defending Elvis Presley, because even people like me fell for it. Through the 70s and 80s and 90s, I believed all of it. I thought that Elvis was the bad guy, even though I loved him. I thought it was Elvis's fault that the marriage broke up, and that it was his unfaithfulness and it was his drug taking that caused the marriage to go wrong. I didn't understand that it was all Priscilla's fault, in my opinion. I honestly believe that from 1966 to the end of, till March 68, Elvis was faithful for that small bit of time. Before and after, he wasn't, because before he got engaged, he classed himself as a single man. Okay, that was probably a bit cruel on Priscilla. I have to give her that. I do think that the first years when she moved over, Elvis didn't want a proper girlfriend, so he lived like a single man. That must have been pretty difficult for Priscilla. She did choose to move over. She knew what she was getting into. I'm not sure if that makes it okay, but I do believe that once they got engaged in December 1966, he was going to be faithful. When he found out she was pregnant, he was faithful, and he was good. He did go off and make his movies, but I do believe through 67, when she was pregnant, 66, 67. Actually, no, 67. I'm trying to work out the dates in my head. He was faithful. But as soon as he found out about Steve Peck, the guy who owned the dance studio, the dance instructor, that she had been unfaithful with him 2 or 3 months after Lisa Marie was born. Come on, guys. There's no way Elvis was going to be unfaithful. He was going to get with Susan Henning. 68 comeback special. Love a little, live a little girl. We've all seen the video footage of them canoodling on YouTube, haven't we? That was Elvis's way of getting back at Priscilla for being unfaithful with Steve Peck. And then Elvis led a fake marriage for a couple of years. He knew it was over. He knew that the mold had been cracked. And then she's obviously unhappy. Secretly, they're not getting on, are they, guys? Secretly, they're both unfulfilled. They want to be there for Lisa Marie Presley. So bit by bit, it evolves. She goes off. She sees Mike Stone. We've seen the interview with Mike Stone. It clearly breaks down the timeline on how Priscilla sought out Mike Stone, how she made a beeline for him. And she wanted Mike Stone. She wanted him. And he was going to be her way out. And then she made it very clear to Mike Stone that she wanted a divorce from Elvis. She made that very clear. And then eventually when it all comes out, when Elvis finds out as well, after about a year, she's screaming at the rooftop. She wants a divorce. Everyone thinks it was Elvis that wanted the divorce, but it wasn't. It was Priscilla. Yes, eventually Elvis got so angry with the whole situation that he demanded a divorce as well. Many people think it was Elvis that divorced Priscilla. It's not as simple as that. It's much more complicated. So then my point is, there was no real marriage after March 68, right up until the announcement of the divorce. I think they wanted to be divorced by the end of 1971, to be honest with you. But it's all official by 73. We know about the divorce settlement. We know that there was this fake thing that they left the courtroom holding hands and they were supposedly best friends. I dispute it. I dispute that they were friends. My opinion, Louis, in his kitchen at home, I think for the general public around the world, Elvis wanted the world to think that Elvis and Priscilla were still friends, that they were doing the right thing for Lisa Marie Presley. It was important to Elvis that the image looked good. I think that's the reason he made his announcement at one of his tours, in concert we've all heard that Elvis praising Priscilla and Elvis blaming himself for the breakup. We've all heard it. I think I played it 2 days ago. Elvis wanted to do the right thing between sort of 68, 69, 70, 71. He was trying to give off the right image. He did care what people thought of him. He did want the fans to see him in a good light, see Priscilla and Lisa and him, and all, as even though they had split up, he wanted the public to think they were okay. This is the good-heartedness of Elvis. He tried to publicly forgive Priscilla, but behind the scenes, I think it was a different story. I also believe that when the second divorce settlement was going on, a very serious, horrific second divorce settlement, I think he gave her whatever she wanted because he was worried about Lisa Marie, that she would stop him from seeing Lisa Marie. I really believe that, guys. My opinion. I really think he was scared and worried that Priscilla would not let him see Lisa Marie. He adored Lisa Marie. She was the love of his life. He worshipped her. And no way was he going to let Priscilla stop him from seeing Lisa Marie. So he gave her everything. Have it. Elvis didn't care about money. Have it. Have it all. As long as I can see Lisa Marie. But this was all happening in 1977 when Elvis was stupidly unwell. Is that the right word? Was extremely sick. Desperately unwell. Over-medicated. Then we've got the release of the Memphis Mafia book that just traumatized Elvis. Sonny West, Red West, Dave Hebler had all stitched him up, let him down, betrayed him, come out with this horrible book. I know that not all the book is horrible, but generally the whole point of the book was to make money and to talk about Elvis's drug problems. I know that there's other good bits in it, but I don't care. The main thing is it was revenge, in my opinion. They were bitter, they were angry, they were upset, they wanted to get back at Elvis. We know that they'd lost their jobs at short notice. That is a story in itself. And then Elvis is chronically sick. And before you know it, he's dead. He's dead. And then we have Priscilla. To this day, he's the love of my life. He's the love of my life. Please let me get buried next to his grave. Oh, don't worry about Lisa Marie and Benjamin. They can stay at the front over there. I want to be buried next to Elvis because he's my husband. I'm the widow of Elvis. I must be buried right next to Elvis. Now, it doesn't add up, does it, guys? That everything I've just said to you, so much information there, but she wants to be buried next to Elvis, her ex-husband, her ex. She had dozens of boyfriends, long-term boyfriends. Marco Garibaldi, Garcia, 20-odd years. Michael Edwards, over 7 years. But no, Elvis is the love of my life. That's why I've titled this. Elvis is the love of my life. Elvis was not the love of Priscilla's life. If you are a Priscilla fan and you are watching this now, I want to tell you this. I don't hate Priscilla. Elvis, the love of her life. It is a joke that anybody believes it. And I say that with respect, and not in hate, not in anger. I just say it as a fact that we as Team Elvis want the truth to come out, which is why we are called Defending Elvis Presley. Fans want the truth because we are fed up with the lies, guys, again and again and again. More lies. And if you don't understand why we here, Team Elvis, are so passionate about Priscilla's wrongdoing, then you need to start doing some research and understand that there are many things that we have been told that Priscilla, so-called Priscilla Presley, the wife, ex-wife of Elvis, has done that you guys don't know about because you've not done your research, because you haven't taken the time to find out the truth. We just want the truth out. We want the truth out. That's what we want. We don't want to hate on her and call her names. I ain't going to call Priscilla names. I'm not one of these Elvis channels, and unfortunately there are a few. I am not one of these Elvis channels that is going to call Priscilla stupid names. I won't do it. I will not do it. Yeah, but what I will do is expose Priscilla. I will expose her in a respectful way for the lies, the wrongdoing, the deceit, the cunning behavior. And just one last example before I start reading these comments. Look at how she treated Lisa Marie. Look at how she treated Riley Keough. Look at how she wants to be buried next to Elvis. Look at how she keeps saying Elvis is the love of her life. Come on, guys. Please don't fall for this. Please. Search for the truth. Fans, search for the truth. Right, let's just keep going. Right, so Priscilla Bueller wants Elvis fans to come past her grave and give her attention, and even in death, for eternity. And that is some of the sociopathic mindset. Now, I completely agree with the top point. This is Elaine, yeah? Priscilla wants Elvis fans to come past her grave and give her attention for her death for eternity. That's all this can be. Because she doesn't want to be buried next to Lisa Marie, her daughter, next to her grandson. She wants to be buried next to Elvis, her ex-husband. That ain't normal. That ain't normal. So because of it, I agree with Elaine. Let's have a look. Come on, who gets buried with their ex? Shall I go and get buried with my ex-girlfriend? Do any of you guys here, including Priscilla fans, do you want to get buried next to your ex? Seriously, do you want to get buried with your ex? Not your children. Get buried with your ex. Come on, guys. So Rebecca says Elvis was up against the wall. Teresa says Priscilla is sick. She needs to be put away. I tell you what, guys, I don't want to sound horrible, but maybe I am sounding horrible, but it sounds to me like she may need help. And I say that in a nice way. She may have mental health issues. Because none of this is adding up to me, guys. Yes, Elaine, that is her motive. It's very transparent. I pray for her fairy tale story doesn't go down in history. And like I just said, unfortunately, it has. It has. And that is why we're here. Defending Elvis Presley. We're trying to show that it's not history. It's not factual. This isn't truth. This is a remaking of history, a rewriting of history. We are going to prove that it's wrong. We're going to do the best we can whilst we can. Yeah? The final insult would be the name Presley on her tombstone. And someone came up with an idea, because the other day we were suggesting, okay, where should Priscilla be buried then? And I don't want to talk about burying people and Priscilla dying. I don't like that kind of conversation. But hypothetically, we were discussing what is a good idea where Priscilla could be buried. Yeah? Because we need to put something as fans, Elvis fans, Team Elvis, to Joel Weishankar. We need to make a suggestion. To Riley Keough, let's make a suggestion. What is a good idea? One of the things that was suggested was to allow Priscilla to be buried near Lisa Marie, maybe to be cremated in an urn, but not to use the name Presley, to use the words ex-wife. Does that sound good to you guys? Let her be buried there, but make sure the tombstone says ex-wife. Ex-wife. I know that's not what you guys want, but it's a compromise. Do you have any other suggestions? Some of you suggested that she gets buried in California with Navarone when he passes. and with her own parents. Yeah, some of you suggested, how about a separate gravesite on the land of Gracelands, but not in the meditation gardens? We want to put something together so we can approach Joel Weishanker, the owner of Elvis Presley Enterprises, Riley Keough, Elvis's granddaughter, and come up with suggestions that they think, yeah, because we don't, unfortunately for Priscilla, the Elvis fans do not want Priscilla buried next to Elvis. I mean, she's not going to be anyway. We know that. That wasn't granted because in the settlement, in the agreement that was okayed by a judge, the agreement is that Riley Keough said, yes, you can be buried in the meditation garden if it's possible, with no graves being moved. If it's possible, with no graves being moved. That was what was agreed. So that if it's possible, does give a scenario of you may not be ever buried at the meditation garden. And it wouldn't surprise me if she never was. We don't know, do we? So Ginger, hi Ginger, she has been very spoiled with Elvis and his money. That is a definite. Yes, Elaine, it would be a travesty. Francis Dixon. Right, Elaine, Elvis did not want her using the Presley name after the divorce. That speaks volumes on what thought about Priscilla in the end. Yeah, it does. We know that it was agreed after the first divorce settlement, which was very generous on Elvis. He basically gave her everything she wanted. We know that she agreed to stop using the name. Now, the excuse they used was it was for security purposes. But I personally think it was something that Elvis wanted. I think it was something that that Priscilla had agreed to. Elvis wanted it, Priscilla had agreed to. I think at the time of the divorce, I don't think Priscilla wanted to use the name Presley. I think she wanted to be her own person in her own right. I think she was like, I don't want to use the Presley name. I'm going to use Bulow, my name. I'm proud. We know about the creation of Biss and Bo, the clothing boutique. She was proud of her name. And if you look at all of the things that she did after the divorce, she proudly used the name Bulow. But eventually, after Elvis passes, maybe even after Vernon passed, it's Priscilla Bulow Presley. Priscilla Bulow Presley. She's still keeping the Bulow bit. Now, let's check. Now, it isn't. Let's have a look on Instagram. I could be wrong. She's not using Priscilla Bulow Presley now. She's using, let me have a look. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if the words Bulow are still being used. Now, what's the guess, guys? Do you think she's still using it? Oh, I think I might be proved right. Priscilla Presley. Priscilla, look at the top in very small letters. Priscilla Presley. Let's click on it. Let's see if we can see the words Bulow. Right, let's have a look. Right. Not one sign of the word Bulow. Let's click on the most recent video. No Bulow. It's Priscilla Presley now. It's all one word. There's not even a gap. Priscilla Presley. No gap. Priscilla Presley. Let me click on anything. Anything. Let's just find anything. Priscilla Presley. No Bulow now. No Bulow. Says it all. It says it all. I'm not trying to incite hate against Priscilla. I'm trying to show you guys. We are being tricked. We are being conned. It shows her here. Yeah, I'll turn the volume down. It shows her here. She charges $200 per autograph. $200 per autograph. Why is this woman at 80 years old going around the world signing autographs for cash? She's supposed to be worth $50 million. Look, she's signing someone's leg. I'll show you. She's signing someone's leg because they've got a tattoo of Elvis on their leg. Watch. Watch it come, guys. Da-da-da! Elvis. Elvis. Jailhouse Rock tattoo on that woman's leg. She's signing it for $200. Come on. What is happening to the world? Like Piers Morgan says, the world's gone mad. Right. Even though I have issues with Piers Morgan because of the way he interviewed Priscilla was pathetic. Right, let me just warm up this coffee. Right, I'm talking a bit too much, guys. I'm waffling a bit. I want to try and stop waffling. I want to read your answers, read your comments. Right, let's get me coffee. Just a bit more. And shut this door, guys. It's a bit cold. The weather in the UK is very windy and blowy with a little bit of rain. Let's have a look. I'm still going to walk the dogs at some point. My kitchen's a little bit messy. Okay. Let's try and get through. Right, sorry about that, guys. I'm going to try and get through these comments. Elizabeth. Priscilla is still living off Elvis 47 years after he died, and even after all she did was suing him, and she was very cruel. She likes to go to court and sue people. Well, we know that, guys. She's been suing people for the last 40-odd years. Thanks, Elizabeth. She will always be known only as Elvis's ex-wife. She really hasn't done nothing much on her own. At least I'm not aware of anything she's done that's not related to Elvis. I fell for the fairy tale too. This is Lisa. Thanks to technology, we can communicate information to dispel the untruths. Priscilla Bulow didn't anticipate that. And she knows defending Elvis Channel and others. And she knows defending Channel and others. So, Lisa, do you think... Let's have a look. Information to dispel the untruths. Priscilla Bulow didn't anticipate that. And she knows defending Elvis Channel and others. Do you think, like Lisa, do you think she's aware of our channel? Do you think she's ever watched any of our videos? I'm interested to know that. I didn't know that she sued people. I don't believe that she had a real job. She's sued many times. We could do hours and hours of live streams just talking about the litigation, the lawsuits. But that's not for today. Elvis and Lisa Marie forever. Hi, Louis. Hi, Team Elvis. Hi, Elvis and Lisa Marie. Then we've got Rebecca Smith, 3 months, and with Steve Peck. Mind-boggling, yeah. A small baby, and she's unfaithful. She even admits it in her book, page 262. We had a brief affair. She even goes into detail that she was thinking about Steve Peck whilst with Elvis in his home. Thinking of Steve Peck in a sexual way, guys. Sat with Elvis on his sofa. Page 262. She lives in fairyland. Taking your married name back and giving it up is unheard of, and demanding to be buried with your ex-husband, unheard of, and it's laughable. That was Ellen Hamilton. You're a mind reader. It's unheard of. Come on, guys. Who gives up their marriage name and takes it back and then demands to be buried with their ex-husband that they divorced? It's crazy. The world's gone mad. Let's keep going, guys. The book was revenge, and they didn't care how much they hurt Elvis. Now, if you watch the interviews that she did just after the book was released, or just before she was about to release it, she said, "Oh, I wanted to set the record straight. I wanted to tell people the truth. All these bad books that have been released about Elvis are so unfair. I'm going to put things right. I'm going to rewrite history and tell hundreds of lies, and the whole world's going to fall for it. And for the next 47 years, every interview I ever have will be based on a lie. Oh, and by the way, 46 years after the book is written, Sofia Coppola is going to make a movie about it as well. I've conned Sofia Coppola into making a movie about my lies." You get it, guys. I know I'm looking silly, but come on. Sofia Coppola, you are a highly respected filmmaker, and you make a whole film based on lies. No evidence, no proof, based on characters. Most of them are dead, loosely based on the truth. But you call your film, is it a biopic? Whatever that means. The film Priscilla, made by Sofia Coppola, is a bunch of lies, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes. A bunch of lies. Sofia Coppola, you should be ashamed of yourself that that film was released, especially the fact it was released just after poor Lisa Marie passed away. Knowing that Lisa Marie did not want that film made, she emailed you, Sofia, to not make that movie. We've heard that Lisa Marie Presley was arguing with her mother before she died because she did not want that film to be made, because she didn't want her mother to be involved in a movie that makes her father look bad, paints him in a bad light. But you went ahead and made that movie anyway. And then Lisa Marie's mother, Priscilla, went around the world promoting that film just after her daughter had died. Shame on you. Shame on you to make a film, to help a film to be made just after your daughter died, and then to parade around different countries, whatever it is, towns, cities, you name it, promoting a film that made her father look like a paedophile, a violent rapist, a drug addict, a groomer, a controller. This is what the film Priscilla did for Elvis. Lisa Marie's father, Priscilla Presley's daughter. I mean, it was Priscilla Presley's daughter that had to put up with that. Just before she passed away, you were arguing with her. Come on, guys. It ain't right, is it? Watched an interview with Joe Esposito. He said Elvis continued to play around when she was in hospital birthing Lisa. Right, okay. Now, Lorraine Butler. You mentioned Joe Esposito. Now, Joe Esposito, did you know, was a spy on behalf of Colonel Tom Parker? Did you know that? Not everyone knows that. Colonel Tom Parker paid him to spy on Elvis. Did you know that there were financial dealings going on with Colonel Tom Parker to do with his investment in a racquetball business that went completely wrong? Don't believe everything that you're hearing. I'll reread your comment. Joe Esposito said he was continued to play around even when she was in hospital birthing Lisa. I don't believe it. It's such bullshit. And Lorraine, are you sure you're on the right channel? Yeah, because that's a bit of a... We are discussing defending Elvis Presley. Remember, if people are going to repeat the lies that are being said about Elvis, you're not on the right channel, my friend. Right. Doesn't add up. It's an understatement. I agree about the Elvis the book and for his mafia, Memphis Mafia. I should say PG, Priscilla Garibaldi, as she was married to him, wasn't. All right, it's okay. Yes, it is laughable. Unfortunately, most people falling for the kind of crab. Hi, Judith, how are you? Hi, Linda. Let's have a look. I would hate to see what Priscilla would do to her enemies if that's how you treat the love of your life. Lisa, you have a great point. Hiya, although Presley and Garibaldi never married, they remained together for over 20 years before finally splitting in 2006. Yeah, they were properly in love, guys. They had a kid. They were together for years and years. Come on. We know that he was a dodgy guy. We know that it was confusing where he was actually from. Yeah. But she knows how to pick him, Priscilla. Let's have a look. So let's keep going down. Riley has already stated that Priscilla not to be buried next to Elvis. Yes, we know about that. Maria, we know. We've read out the agreement yesterday, and that is great. But many fans feel that Priscilla still should not be buried in the meditation garden. I think we have to come up with a plan for Joe Weishankar and for Riley Keough on what could be done, because the fans are screaming that she shouldn't be buried at the meditation garden. So I do think the fans should get involved. I really do. And speak to Graceland, speak to Joe Weishankar, email Graceland, email Memphis City. We have to get involved. My father divorced my mother. They aren't going to be buried together. Is that what you're saying, Natalie? No one gets buried to their ex. It's ridiculous. This is Linda. She just wants to be relevant forever. A lot of you think that, guys. A lot of you, that is your opinion. Did Priscilla always have mental health issues? Oh, Patricia, are you new to the channel? Welcome to Team Elvis. Welcome to our channel. We are a friendly channel. Defending Elvis Presley fans want the truth. It's nice to meet you. Please, where are you from? Are you an Elvis fan? Have you been on here before? We always like to make new people welcome. She did sue for elder abuse on another case she has, so there is something wrong with her. Right, I don't know about the other case, Elizabeth. I'd like to know what that is, the elder abuse on a different case. I know about the elder abuse with Bridget Cruz, that she's counter-suing Bridget Cruz and her associates. We know about Bridget Cruz's lawsuit against Priscilla because she says she's owed compensation because of the 4 contracts that were signed. Bridget Cruz has been on this show. She's been on our live streams 3 times. So we've actually had a discussion with Bridget Cruz. Let's have a look. Right. Right, let's have a look. Where are we? Okay. Let's have a look. Right, chilling in Canada. FMI. Marital rape. The court case of Oregon and Ryder in 1978. Oh, hang on, sorry, it's jumping up. It's jumping up. Someone stood trial for raping his spouse and they lived together from 1993. Marital rape was a crime nationwide. Okay. Elaine. Esposito was Parker's snitch. Elvis fired him when he found out. He hired him back. And months later, as he crawled back with a sob story. I don't believe a word Joe Esposito says. Not a word. That comment, there was just no need for it, that comment. We can all see we're here to defend Elvis. So what was that comment? Elvis never fully trusted Esposito after him snitching. That's Elaine. Let's have a look. It was only meant for 6 plot. Patricia, people keep saying that to me, Pat, but it can be changed. It can be changed. Several people, including the housekeeper, said that Elvis was so excited and happy about Lisa's birth. He's the one that took her to the hospital. She had to calm. Yeah, I've read all the stories about Elvis, how excited he was and how he rushed her to the hospital. And he had everything ready. He had pre-planned everything. He even had a spare car just in case one of the cars went wrong. So let's have a look. Morning all. So we've got CKC Design. Hi, my friend. Louis, can you Google it and read the definition of a narcissist? That would explain why Priscilla acts in this manner. I could do that. Come on then. Narcissist. Can't even spell it. Narcissist. Is someone with a personality style that is characterized by an excessive focus on themselves and their own needs, and often at the expense of others. Yeah. Someone with a personality style that is characterized by excessive focus on themselves and their own needs, often at the expense of others. I like that. Thanks, CKC Design. I have caught Joe in a few lies in the books. I think Joe stayed on the side of dollars, even with Priscilla. Rebecca, I agree with that. And unfortunately, because Priscilla was the boss of everything, the main trustee of Gracelands on behalf of Lisa Marie, everyone had to kiss her ass. Everyone had to go through Priscilla. Everyone, including people like Jerry Schilling, all of the Memphis Mafia. They all had to get the okay from Priscilla. She had ultimate power. So because of that, she got away with murder. Right. So Elaine, Elvis tolerate Esposito. Right, we've read that. Let's keep going down. Elvis, not the love of Priscilla. This is Oliver Keegan. Elvis is not the love of Priscilla's life. Priscilla killed Elvis. Priscilla moved, killed Lisa Maria. I don't want Priscilla buried with Elvis. I miss Lisa and Benjamin and Elvis. We all do. Oliver, we all do. This case I was talking about with Bridget. Oh, yes. Elizabeth, we've done a few live streams. We're going to do some more. As things get updated with the Bridget Cruz v. Priscilla, the original lawsuit, and then you've got the countersuit with Bridget Cruz, and Priscilla has countersued with, but she's included Bridget Cruz's associates. There's 3 other associates, and she's claiming not just elder abuse, but she's also claiming that she was completely ripped off and there was some serious wrongdoing, that she was conned. So we'll see how that unfolds. We have just heard that Bridget Cruz had to fire her attorney, the firm of lawyers, attorneys, whatever you call it in America. So it's still unfolding as we speak. And Bridget Cruz has been on this show 3 times on the live streams, and she's joined our live streams, and we've asked her many questions. She hasn't been on recently though. Right, let's have a look. Right, we're going to sort of wrap things up soon, guys. I'm going to walk the dogs. Elaine, I think Priscilla Bueller has childhood trauma. She definitely damaged her parents who lied to her. They took her. It was okay to lie. They groomed her and to be a rich rock star of their financial pain. Now, we know, I think Elaine is referring to this book. I will say this, guys. I know there is an alternative reality of Priscilla's childhood in this book, especially the year in the 1950s, that paint Priscilla in a completely different light. But there are also many things in this book that the author has said about Elvis that she should not have said, that are wrong and cruel. And we are quite disgusted by the author, Suzanne Finstad's accusations about Elvis that she has publicly said in interviews on news channels around the world. So Suzanne Finstad is not in our good books, but there are some parts of the book Child Bride that I think you guys would find very interesting. It gives an alternate reality than the one in this book. Yeah. So I'm not going to promote it. I don't even like the name. The name Child Bride insinuates many negative things about Elvis. So I don't like the name, but that book does seem to be very popular. Elvis's cousin said that there were changes that were made big. He thinks it's possible that Elvis might have been trying to get rid of Colonel Parker, but he's not sure, but changes were being made. Thank you, Elizabeth. Marty said Joe would tell people to do things, whereas he would ask them to do things. Joe thought he was top dog, and Elvis would laugh at that. Okay. Now, I will say this, guys. When we talk about the Memphis Mafia, I don't think they were all bad. I don't. I say the same about Colonel Tom Parker, and I say the same about Dr. Nick. They weren't all bad. There are two sides to the story. I do think they also did a lot of good, all of them, but they also did bad things. I think that certain members of the Memphis Mafia betrayed Elvis? Yeah, definitely do. Do I think that the tell-all book, Elvis What Happened, that was released in 1977, a few weeks before Elvis died, should not have been released? Definitely not. Do I think it was a betrayal of Sonny West and Red West and Dave Hebler? Yeah, I do. But I also know that they had a good side, and I do believe they loved Elvis. I also believe many of them deep down regretted that book, regretted writing that book. I also understand, before Elaine picks up on it, they also said many good things about Elvis in that book. They did, but that's not good enough to me. To me, if you're going to write a book and say 1,000 good things and one bad thing, don't write it. Elvis was a great friend to the Memphis Mafia, a great friend. They owe him a lot. They owe him everything. They should never have written that book. If they had their differences, it should have been sorted in private. In private, yeah? So, that's it, guys. We've been on for an hour and 12 minutes. I've got to walk the dogs. Now, I'm pretty passionate, guys. I do get my facts wrong. I'm not an Elvis researcher. I'm not an Elvis expert. I'm just a fan at home in his kitchen who loves Elvis for over 50 years, just expressing my views. I'm very lucky. I've got Team Elvis here helping me. We have the same interest. We're all in the same boat together. We want to defend Elvis and all of his bloodline. And we also love Lisa Marie to the bottom of our hearts. And we're going to defend Elvis every day, guys. Now, sometimes I'm going to get my facts wrong. So please don't tell me off if I get things wrong. Sometimes I may come across a bit bolshy, slightly rude. I'm sorry if I offend anyone. I'm sorry if I've upset anyone. I don't mean to. I do have a good heart. And I just want us to get together daily like a lovely family and defend Elvis. So I want to play one song. I'm going to let you guys pick the song. I'll get copyrighted for playing it. Now, I'd like to play quite a soothing, soft, relaxing song just to calm us all down. So I'm going to let you guys pick the song. Hi, Team Elvis. How are you? Which song would you like me to play, guys? If I've missed any of your comments, I'm really sorry, but they've been shooting by really fast. Come on, guys, let's pick a song. A nice, soothing, relaxing song by Elvis Presley. Let's have a look. I wonder if someone sent me an Elvis tribute song. Who was it? Was it Lorraine? Let's have a look. CKC, Never Ending. Let's have a look. Let's see what comes up, shall we?